who is Extracts38 in the chat. What's popping? What's going on? Happy New Year's to you too, brother. Happy New Year's. I see you right there, Extracts38, sitting there in the live chat. Mary Beanie first in the live chat, so you know she's got the first place. Paul second in the live chat, and Extracts38 is third in the live chat, and that is your top three for the live chat enters, and it is oddly very beautiful that they are all purple badges, people. Big shout out to Paul, who has recently received his purple badge. Let's talk about pretty much the most disappointing team this season. Kick Sauber was the most disappointing team this season, and it's not even close. There's nobody else even close to the running. I mean, it was absolutely abysmal. It was ridiculous. It was embarrassing. It was horrible the whole damn season. I even said going into the season, this team was probably going to be invisible, like Casper the Ghost. Likely left behind, not talked about as much, and that's exactly pretty much what happened. Sometimes commentators even caught themselves saying that I forgot that that team was even out there on the track. And remember what else I mentioned when they came out with this super bright color. If you're not going to be the best, I guess they're going to be the loudest and the brightest, but if you're going to have a color like that, you need to be doing something nice. You need to be performing, because being loud and obnoxious and flamboyant does not pair well with failure. It just doesn't. When you fail and you are just the loudest person out there, doesn't bode well. By the way, listen, I figured out how we're going to do this, all right? So I'm going to show you all this, and of course, this is the first one. I figured out how we're going to do this, a better way to do it, all right? So I got boxes of Topps Chrome 2024 2021 hobby box. All right, this is a 2021 hobby box. I think this box is $200 or more. It's 2021 hobby box, and I got new 2024 Topps Chrome. So this is the way we're going to do this, because I figured it out. What we will do is I will make a thumbnail that will directly let you all know that we are going to be ripping those boxes. In the live chat before we start, I will give people an opportunity, okay, to do live chats, live chats in there. And then what I'll do is I'll take the live chats for a certain amount of time. I will take the live chats, I will put them in a wheel, we'll spin for the wheel, and those teams will be on the wheel, all right? So that is how we're going to do it. Names will be on the wheel. No, names will be on the wheel. I will say which team we're spinning for, and then whoever's name lands, that's the team you get. The cards that I get out of there, if that driver's with that team or it's a driver, I got to figure out if I'm going to do drivers or I'm going to do teams. I think I'm going to do drivers. I don't know. But either way it goes, if you land on that and you get that driver, the cards there will be sent to you as it goes. So I think that's how I'm going to do it. I was going to put them on the website and let you all purchase the teams, because some of you are overseas, and I'm still thinking about doing that, where I will put the live link in and then let you purchase the teams. And then when all the teams are purchased, we'll rip open a box, and then those cards will be shipped to you by the shipping that you paid. So those are the two ways that I'm thinking about doing it. I will let you know as soon. It's kind of different to work it out here on this platform to make sure it's all, nice. So we will talk that. But yeah, they were largely disappointing, and now they have a new driver pairing at Kick Sauber, and it is Hulkenberg, and it is also Bortoleto, which is a name that you should be largely familiar with, for real, and has done well. But I'm not believing that we're going to see anything different next season than we saw this season. I don't think we're going to see something just come out of the box, because Bortoleto's there and he's accomplished quite a bit in his last 2-3 seasons as a driver in F-Series. And that's about it. And it's just a little bit disappointing, because I think a lot of us thought that now, knowing that Audi is coming into Formula One and this is the avenue in which they're going to come into Formula One, we kind of thought it would be like a ramp up. We kind of thought, okay, they're going to be coming in. We know they're not going to hit the grid until 2026, but leading up to then, we're going to see improvements. We're going to see them bringing technology, bringing things that they want on their car then so they can kind of start. We thought we were going to see some type of implementation of this within bounds of Formula One's rules and regulations to a degree. And if that is an indication of what we are going to see in 2026, then that means we will not be seeing much of anything. Okay. So right now, they have Nico. They got Hulkenberg. They got Hulk. And Hulk to me is, I don't want to be rude when I say this. I'm not trying to be rude when I say this, but Hulk to me is what I would call a placeholder. But because in some setups, this is kind of what you want. Appreciate all the love in the live chat. You want a very experienced driver because you know what you're going to get, right? You know what you're going to get out of Hulk. Hulk has been in here 14 seasons. He's 37 years of age or 38. He's been 7th in the Drivers' Championship standings. The highest he's been in Driver Championship standings in Formula 1, I believe, is 7th. His best finish is 4th. He's been with 7 different constructors. He hasn't sniffed a Drivers' Championship since GP2 in 2009 and F3 in 2008 is the last time Hulk has seen anything that related to him being on the top step at the end of a season with accumulative points. That was it. And that's almost going to be 10 years ago from now, 4 years from now. So it's quite a long time. So you know what you're getting with Hulk. And what you're getting is what we saw at Haas. We saw him drive what I would call comfortable. When I say comfortable for the constructor. We didn't got a lot of accidents. We don't got a lot of damages. He's not out there tearing up parts. He's not collecting a bunch of penalties. So that's comfortable for us, right? We can deal with that. He does a good enough job for us to get a bead on the car, on the setup, what's going on. He has a large amount of experience to give us feedback. So that works, right? A placeholder, but somebody who is going to show you what your car can do in a consistent manner, right? That's kind of like your standard. Bortoleto is your unknown, right? He's the new hotness. He's hot. He's the champion. He's coming out of there. This is our future. This is what they're getting with Bortoleto, right? Because you don't know what you're going to get in Formula One. You don't know how his mind's going to adjust. You don't know how his driving style is going to adjust. You don't know how he's going to adjust to a bigger, faster machine, okay? But what you do know you're getting is you're getting an F2 2024 champion. Okay, and let's not be fooled. He edged Hadjar by 22 plus points, 22 and a half something points, while Antonelli, Berman, Colapinto were outside of the top 5. Outside of the top 5, okay? Those are other drivers that are going to be here. Hadjar second. Hadjar's going to be at the Racing Bulls. I believe Hadjar's going to Racing Bulls, right? I think Hadjar is going to Racing Bulls. I think he is going to Racing Bulls. But we will see what happens with that, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember where Hadjar's going, but I think it's Racing Bulls or Alpine, one of the two. No, it's Racing Bulls because Duhan is going to Alpine. But you're hoping that they're hoping. We're just watching. They're hoping that this is their future going into Audi. I don't think you go and try to facilitate a situation with Bortoleto to just kind of come in and go out, right? You're hoping that he's going to stay for at least sometime 3 seasons, 4 seasons, depending. You can build on that and show you something that he is promising for the future. It's very possible that Bortoleto can get in here and just not be that great in Formula One. We saw Nick DeVries with all of his accolades in many different disciplines of racing, and he got in Formula One and looked good in these small little windows of filling in for teams. Then when he got the seat, just completely unraveled. Paul in the Super Chat says, what's up, fam? Hope everyone is having a great weekend. Smash the like button. Y'all, peace and love. Peace and love to you, brother. Peace and love to you. So we don't really know what's going to happen there. And even if it is good, I'm not sure that the team itself is going to be good. Okay, we already have seen the amount of damage that this team can do to driver reputations, and we're going to talk about that. But if we look at Sauber over the past few seasons, you'll see 2019, They were 8th in constructors. They go over to 2020, 8th again. They go worse the following season, 2021, 9th. Now, here it is. All right, here it is. New regulations kick in, ground effect floor, all that kind of bakes in, but they have their best finish at this point in time, 2022, with Valtteri and Zhou. All right. And then we come into 2023. We already know Audi's coming in. They're getting announced. They fell back horribly to 9th, and then this season to 10th, and it doesn't look good. The best finish they had was with Valtteri and Zhou. And I'm going to tell you that I do not think that Valtteri and Zhou were the cause of what looked like a team failing. No, the team failed. I don't think they were the cause of why they did so horrible last season. It's the team. You don't have these two drivers come in after you done had Raikkonen and Giovinazzi, Gio, who was just not good at all, to me, in my opinion. Some of you might feel otherwise, but to me, in my opinion, he wasn't good. But then Valtteri and Zhou come and deliver these points, and let's not mistake it, they delivered in 2022. In this season alone, they delivered 55 points, which were their most points since 2019 at 57 points, although they finished 2 spots down in 2019 in 8th and finished 2 spots up in 2022. Still 55 points to the 57 they had in 2019. One of their lowest finishes outside of 2024, which 4 points collected by Zhou, the only driver to collect points there. In 2020, they collected a measly 8 points. That was the last time they scored that low. Everything else was like 13 and 16 and so on. So, yeah, I'm not blaming that on Zhou. I'm not blaming that on Valtteri. Valtteri found himself another place to reside, which was back with Mercedes as a reserve driver. And Zhou right now, I think, is unknown. I haven't heard of anything where he's going to be signing or he's going to be a reserve driver or a test driver. And I think that's absolutely a bit crazy. I don't believe that he should hold majority of the responsibility of why his season was the way it was. The car was crap. It was overweight, I believe. I don't ever know if they got down to the minimum weight that you could have a Formula One car in 2024. I don't recall. Maybe they did, but I don't recall that. So to me, the car was heavy. It didn't perform well. And these drivers, although in this situation, while we saw other drivers that were having better opportunities to place higher in races or even get on the podium steps of races, of events, these drivers were very quiet going through this tremendous storm of failure that they were in. So I would hope that not only Valtteri, but especially Zhou, with as young as he is, representing China as a driver in Formula One, that he would get another opportunity before he is just completely shunned out of Formula One, because we're seeing drivers get opportunities that shouldn't be having them. Let's just keep it a buck. Should not be having as many opportunities as they have had, and they've been in better opportunities than Zhou was in. So I'm not excited about Kick next season, although Bortoletto's there. I'm excited about seeing the gaggle of rookies performing and driving, competing against each other on track, especially with the upper class. But I'm not looking for anything crazy for Kick. I'm more excited about Alpine. I'm a little bit interested about what Haas is going to be having going on, and I'm still continually thinking that Williams will step up. They got a better driver. And with Albon, hopefully this is a better driver pairing, although last season kind of gave me a little bit of hesitation as far as Albon's performance about where he will be now. And if he does perform like that again, I think Williams may find themselves in a situation where they're in the driver's market again, and Albon will find himself in a situation where he likely might not even be in Formula One, if not be with another team. So yeah, Kick Sauber, seeing what's going on, see how it goes. I'm not expecting anything exciting. 2026 will come. The most exciting thing in 2026 is the Audi emblem's name appearing on a car on the grid in a race. And outside of that, I'm going to leave it open for them to show me what I should be looking forward to for the remainder of that season. But I'm not putting any front-loaded chips into Audi coming in. Besides for it's exciting, we're finally going to get another team on the grid, and then Cadillac GM coming is going to be a nice addition as well. And we'll see what happens. And Joe, I hope he gets another shot. Valtteri, reserve driver, kind of want to see if Antonelli is kind of not where they thought that he could be. Valtteri gets into that seat, but then we already know we've seen Russell slap Valtteri across the helmet when they had their collision. And I don't know if that driver's pairing is going to be, no, it definitely is going to be better than Ocon and Gasly. It ain't that bad. I don't think it's that bad, but I could be wrong. But we'll have to wait and see. But anyway, we'll see what happens there. We're going to also, do not forget, nobody claimed the runner-up prize, the Lewis Hamilton memorabilia card. There's a Gym at 10 and the T-shirt. Jefferson did not claim that Friday. I did not get a message on either social media page. Didn't hear anything. I will check them again today. But other than that, I mean, if it's not dated for Friday, it's a done deal. We're going to spend for somebody else to be able to get that prize tomorrow on Sunday. Now, I cannot tell you if it is going to be just a live event that will be covering a topic, or is it going to be grudge racing. I'm thinking it's going to be grudge racing. Just keep an eye out for the link. Everybody will see that today if it's going to be the case. And that is where we will go from there. All right. So big shout out to you all. Big shout out to Paul. We got a lot of things coming. Do not forget, we will be doing the breaks. This is going to be exciting, something new to the channel. Just another way to give back to you all. I think it's going to be cool. Imagine if you get a Lewis Hamilton auto, or you get a Lando Oscar Piastri, because they do have autos in here. They do have autos in these boxes. So that's the cool thing. You can get autographs, you can get memorabilia, and especially in this hobby box. I know they got autos in here. So I would assume I know I've seen autos and relics come out of there. So that's going to be really exciting for us to do. Just kind of finalizing the touches, plus a bunch of other stuff I got going on. So listen, peace and love. Appreciate you all. Let me know in the comment section what you're expecting from Kick Sauber or Audi coming into Formula One. And other than that, you know what I say. Y'all be safe. Wolfpack out. Peace.